and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you acquire. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, welcome along to a Monday community run. Not me missing the start. Oh no, Sarah Jacobson has a technical issue and hasn't got off the start line. Oh dear. Hello Jeff Partridge, hello Tina Beard, hello Amy Green, hello Paul Haywood, and somebody on Twitch called Zay Blake Bow. Oh, it looks like a spam message. Sarah wasn't paying attention to the countdown and she's missed it, so it wasn't a technical issue, she just wasn't paying attention. There we are. Well, I can't say anything about that. Just another woman in our lives not paying attention. Right, gameplay on Twitch, hello. Yoko, hello. Hope you're all well. This evening we are doing 10k around the reservoir in the middle of Central Park, New York. with Thomas Heldon, Theo Heldon, with Jeff Partridge, with Paul Hayward, Jackie Ramos, Ian McCaulin, Cassidy, Brutal, M69 from Italy, McCann from the USA, Wooler from the UK, Sig from Denmark. Hello guys, Camille from Norway. And I am leading the run this evening, so I better say hello to everybody in game. Bear with me. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Anthony Anderson says, good evening everyone, hope you all had a good weekend. Yes, very good weekend, thank you. Running outside. Camilla's got thunderstorms today. She says, I hope my electricity stays on. 4 times round the reservoir in New York. Have a great run, everyone. If anyone has any stories from the weekend, feel free to pop them in the chat. I stayed up until 4:30 AM on Sunday morning to watch the finish of the Western States 100. Jeff Partridge didn't manage a run yesterday after staying up late watching Western States. Sarah Jacobson still doesn't understand. What don't you understand? That what, me staying up late to watch the Western States 100? Sarah, I love the Western States 100. Even more now that Tom Evans has won it. But Jeff did manage a 30-mile bike ride yesterday rather than a run. I did manage to get my run in. I slept in. I had about 4 hours sleep, Sarah. I went to sleep at about 4:30. I woke up about 8:30. I was supposed to go on a run at 8 AM. I eventually went on my run at about 1 PM. Something like that. I was supposed to run at 8:30 AM Sunday morning. Eventually managed to get out at around midday. But it was worth it to see a Brit win the oldest, most prestigious 100-mile race in the world. Lucy says, at least you did make it out. Yes, at least I made it out in the end. Amy says, I finally got around to watching your Cape Wrath video, and she ran on the treadmill whilst she watched. It is a bit long. So my Cape Wrath volunteering video from a couple of weeks ago, yeah, it's quite a long video. It's almost an hour long. So maybe you want to do like a bit of a run. I think in terms of its history, Jeff, it is right up there with UTMB. Sarah Jacobson says, my Cape Wrath video is basically just an hour of tent erections. We will go no more into that. We will dig no deeper into that conversation. If you want to know more, well, no, you don't want to know more. You want to know no more about that subject. Paul Hayward did park run this yesterday. No, sorry, hang on, what day we are? Monday, Saturday. Paul Hayward did park run and hit his goal of not getting lapped. Perfect. Yes, Lucy. Western States 100 is in California and is the oldest 100-mile race in the world. It was originally a horse race until one horse became lame. So the rider decided to get off and run the rest of the route. And since then, it has been a foot race since about 1975. (1973), because it's a 50-year anniversary, isn't it? Neil Messenger, hello, how are you? Hope you're well. Anthony Anderson ran outside yesterday. No dramas, but too many day trippers on the seafront. Yes, if you're going to run on the seafront, you need to get out early before all the day trippers get there. Get your run in early. Camilla says the poor horse getting ghosted. Yeah, Western States 100 was a horse race in the early 70s, and then became a foot race when Gordy's horse became lame, so he decided to run it instead. Day Tripper is one of the best Beatles songs. Comrades is over 100 years old, but it's not a 100-mile race. Agreed, Comrades is an amazing race and very old, but not 100 miles. Neil Messenger managed to do sub 20 at Park Run on Saturday. Fantastic, Neil. You've been aiming for that as well, haven't you? Well done. Really good. Heather, nice to see you, Heather. We were wondering where you've got to. She says, evening all, accepted an offer on a house today, so hopefully back to normal soon. Fantastic. Well, it would be lovely to have you back with us, Heather. Fantastic. I still have to wear my tam o' shanter for you in a Scotland run, so we will definitely do that at some point. I have never done Comrades, or Western States, or the full UTMB race. But that will change this summer. And Neil Messenger says he was so happy managing to do a sub 20 park run. Fantastic. Tom White is on Facebook. Hello, Tom. I have a sore muscle just above my knee to the left, so resting for the next week or two. Very, very upset, as I'll lose all the work I've done. Not necessarily, Tom. Don't panic. If you rest for a week or two, you shouldn't lose too much fitness. You will lose a bit, but not loads. You'll be fine. Camilla says, isn't everything over a marathon defined as an ultra? Camilla, that is a very arguable point amongst the ultra running community. As Jeff says, technically yes, but most people feel it starts at 30 miles. Darren, hello. Hope you're well, buddy. We must do a quick one at some point, Darren. Tom White says, I ran 50 miles one week, so I think I pushed it too far. So resting up, I can still run. I don't want to risk injury, so it's best I rest. Yeah, absolutely. Do rest. Do rest. Make sure you're okay. 50 kilometres, Emil. Tom White says, are you a natural runner or a heel striker? Well, when you say a natural runner, I have never deliberately altered my running style. Now, I think what tends to happen is new and inexperienced runners tend to start off being heel strikers. But the more you run, the more experienced you become, you naturally alter your running style to become more efficient. I think when I started running, I was a heel striker. But as I've developed over the past 10, 15 years, I am definitely a mid-foot runner. Jeff Partridge says heel striking is natural. Absolutely, yeah. So you do tend to start off naturally heel striking. However, I think as you develop, it is more efficient to run with your centre of gravity underneath you. And that means landing mid-foot, not forefoot, and not heel striking, although there's nothing wrong with those methods of running. If they suit you and if you feel comfortable doing that, then carry on. But I feel that, yes, I've kind of developed into a mid-foot runner. Yeah, Tom says mid-foot is best, I heard. I think just because you are keeping your centre of gravity right beneath you when you place your foot, so your foot goes down right beneath your torso, right beneath your body, keeping your centre of gravity in the right place. So you're more balanced, you're more efficient, you're less likely to get injured. When you land on your forefoot, that is a braking mechanism, so you are often putting strain on your calf muscles and your shin. And when you heel strike, again, that's also braking because you're landing with your foot in front of you. If you want to. Yeah, go. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it's fine. No worries. I mean, you can come and join. Like once you've sorted all that out, come and do 5K. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we're nearly 2.5k in, so a quarter of the way through. Jeff Partridge says he didn't run on Sunday because by the time he got out of bed, it was too hot. Well, I tell you what, I ran in the heat yesterday, and yes, it was too hot. It was really hot. But I jumped in the sea. As soon as I finished, I jumped in the sea, and it was absolutely delicious. Not that I drank any of it, but no, it was really, really nice. Right, Victoria was going to join us. She did appear, but apparently the children are being rather demanding of food and drinks. I did cook their dinner, but I think they're asking for a bit more drinks-wise and things like that. So I think Victoria's going to sort all that out, and she might come and join us for the last 5k or something. Neil Messenger says, I'm running the ultra marathon on the 19th of August at Bury St Edmunds. What's the name of the ultra marathon that you're running, Neil? Good luck with it, whatever, but it'd be interesting to know what it is that you're doing. The beacon is now 1/4 of the way through. Did anybody race at the weekend? Question mark. Victoria and I had a club race, 4.5 miles. It was very, very hot. Victoria is my wife, by the way, for those who don't know. Lucy says, no, but I have a muddy race for life on Saturday. My husband did the Box Hill half yesterday. Fantastic. Box Hill half sounds awesome. Nice bit of climbing. Camilla says, I've not raced since before COVID. Interesting to see if I will ever get back to it. Come on, Camilla, you can. Tom White says, did I do the 30k race on Sunday, North Downs? No, I didn't know. We did a club race. It was 4.5 miles. It was pretty warm. We are due to do, though, Tom, talking about the North Downs, we are due to do the North Downs Way 100 in about 4 weeks' time. 5 weeks? 5 weeks' time. Right, Darren says, on Thursday we have a 10k sub 40 minute at 6 PM UK time. The event is already available on ZCA. Right, I might do that. 40 minutes, 10k on Thursday. Let's see if I can, mind you, it's going to be really hot, isn't it? I'll see what I can do. I might go for 41 or 42 minutes. Sarah Jacobson is still struggling with her run mojo. Every run feels like a Herculean effort. You'll get there, Sarah. Just keep, you know, it's only running, isn't it? It's only running. It's not that important. Just don't force it too much. Don't make it miserable. If it's miserable and you're not enjoying it and you're forcing it, maybe sometimes it's worth just backing off a bit. Tom White says, I would hate to run 100 miles. That must be so painful. A 250 marathon is painful enough. Yeah. So, it's the same kind of thing, Tom. It's all about mental strength. So a 250 marathon is painful in one kind of way because you're really tired, you're fatigued in your legs, and you're busting a gut to try and get to a particular time. And it's exactly the same with 100 miles. You're fatigued. You are trying to reach a certain time. We're trying to move at a certain pace to get in under the cut-offs or whatever it might be. And you're mentally fatigued. And your body and your brain is just telling you to stop running. But you have to get over that. You have to just like what you do to get to your 250. You know, when you get to say 60 miles in a 100, you've already done 60 miles, but you've still got 40 miles to run. That takes a lot of mental courage, a lot of mental strength to say, let's keep running. Camilla is only doing 6k today. She cheated and did 4k before the run. That is perfectly okay, Camilla. That is perfectly okay, Camilla. It's lovely to have you with us, whatever distance you do. Jeff says, apart from the fact that 100 miles goes on 4 or 5 times longer than a marathon. Yeah. And in some cases, much longer than that. Paul Hayward says, keep plodding away, Sarah. Sarah says, I haven't struggled this much in a long time. Amy says, take it steady, Sarah. Yeah, I think, you know, we all go through, like, each period of, like, low that we go through. Some are worse than others, and sometimes you don't feel like running for a week, and sometimes you don't feel like running for 6 months. But I think runners will always come back to it. There are very few runners, apart from through injury or age or whatever, there are very few runners who stop running and just don't ever run again because they can't be bothered, or they haven't got the mojo anymore. You know, you always eventually come back to it. Sarah says, I feel like a broken record, so I appreciate your help getting through this. No worries, Sarah. Jeff Partridge says, yes, UTMB 100 was 10 times longer than an average marathon. Yeah, 40 hours. So, average marathon, around about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. A long 100-mile race could be 40 hours. And that's what I expect to be doing for UTMB in Chamonix at the end of August, around about 40 hours. So, coming up to 4k done, not quite halfway yet, another kilometre to go, and then we'll have done 2 times round the reservoir. Remember, it doesn't matter what speed you are going or what distance you do, everyone is welcome here. Jackie Ramos says, Sarah, try running slower and start enjoying again. Nothing forced. Yeah, don't force it. Good advice, Jackie. Four kilometres in, 6 to go. Heather says, Sebastian, as in Sebastian, her husband, not Sebastian Vott. Sebastian has always needed to run to feel good. I always felt like I could take it or leave it. I've been surprised at how much I've missed it. Well, there you go. So, yeah, Heather is surprised how much she's missed running, given that she thought she could just take it or leave it. Darren Van Dit has added me as a sweeper for this Thursday. He's added me as a... You mean he thinks I'm going to be at the back? That... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How do you know? I might be at the front. I might be leading. No, fair enough. That's absolutely fine. Darren, thank you for that. I will make every effort to be there on Thursday. So we'll have to change. If I'm going to do that on Thursday, we'll have to bag that badge. So it's a bit of a shorter run on Thursday because my legs will be trashed. If we start at 6 p.m, with the 10k with Darren, we'll be finished around 20 to 7, quarter to 7. I've got 15-minute turnaround, and then we'll do bag that badge on Thursday evening. Amy says, when I'm in a bad mood, my husband will send me for a run, as most of the time it does make me feel better. Yes, I can totally see that. You do almost always feel better after you've run. Not necessarily while you're running, but almost certainly after you've run. Yeah, Amy says you will have low parts, as well, and you will get through it. Because Amy said when she's in a bad mood, her husband sends her on a run. Jeff says, I would be permanently out of the house if my wife did that to me. Does that mean you're permanently in a bad mood, Jeff? Amy says if she's in a bad mood, her husband sends her out on a run because it makes her feel better. Jeff Partridge says if his wife did that, he would be out of the house all the time. Camilla says, my husband does that as well. And Heather, my husband is the same as you, Amy. He's a totally different person after he's been for a run. It's amazing. How funny. We can only assume from this that Jeff Partridge is always in a bad mood. However, if you were constantly undercover as a secret agent, you would probably be in a bad mood too. For those that don't know, Jeff is our resident secret agent. We don't know who he works for or what he does, and he won't tell us. So we're just assuming it's high-level top security. We are now coming up to halfway. So it'll be halfway in 30 minutes. As we're going 10 kph, nice and easy, keeping the heart rate in zone 2. It is warm. I have got one fan on. M Band from Germany, looks like he's going the quickest. Sub 4 minute kilometres, he's on 7.5 kilometres at the moment. So Band from Germany, leading the way with 2.5k to go in the community run. The beacon is now halfway at 5 kilometres. If you are running speedy fast, well done, keep going. If you are running relaxed and easy, well done, keep going. If you are not running at all, well done. Camilla has finished. Well done, Camilla. Good job. Well done, Camilla. Great job. See you soon. Right, Paul Deering is on. Hello, Paul. Garmin had my body battery at 4 out of 100. 4% after a long week. So rested this weekend. And after a long sleep, it was back up to 100. So just ran an easy 13 miles outside. Fatigue is real, guys. 4% body battery is pretty low. It has to be said. Let's see what my body battery is, actually. Oh, typical. I haven't got my body battery on my widgets. Let me add body battery. Go. Right. Right, my body battery is currently 37. Jeff Partridge says, I don't think my body battery has ever been at 100. No, actually, I tend to agree. I don't think my body battery's ever been right up at 100. Jeff says, Paul, are you sure it wasn't your watch battery that was at 100%? Amy says, I often get single figures for my body battery. I know, I get it up at the weekends. Amy, come on. I get it up at the weekends as well. But that's a different story. Why could I not resist saying that? I knew before I said it, during when I was saying it, and afterwards I knew it was not the thing to say. But I just said it anyway. Sarah Jacobson says, maybe when you were pitching tents it was at 100%. Yes. Sarah says, thank you, I'm here all week, Sarah says. Paul Deering says he slept for 18 hours in a 24-hour period to catch up. Yes, he's never seen his body battery at 100%. To everybody currently watching the live stream, I am deeply ashamed and upset at my own behaviour, ! Although, to be fair, you wouldn't expect anything less. It was Amy Green's fault. I totally blame Amy. Although I am blaming Amy Green. Anthony Anderson says, I've bought a small fan unit and it's brilliant. It's about 10 centimetres wide, 15 centimetres. And I take the filament out and put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes and it blows out ice cold air. That's amazing. Fantastic. Right. Amy Green says her body battery is currently 38. And I think I said mine was 39, wasn't it? 37. My body battery is 37, so only one away from Amy's. Tina says, my body battery charges to 80 to 95% every night, but with my anemia, it's always run down to the 20s by the evening. Yeah, I think mine gets into the low teens probably by the evening. Although, 37 now. After this run, it's not going to be... it might get down to the teens by tonight. 6k done, 4k to go of the Monday community run. Sarah Jacobson, are you actually a member of the Film My Run channel? Because you'll be very interested in the new Film My Run video that I'm releasing tonight. It's already available for members, so any members of the Film My Run channel watching, you can currently go and see the new Film My Run video. It's my first week of training for UTMB in Chamonix. Right, Jeff Partridge, I am at 61% at the moment. That's a bit of a surprise. I thought it would be lower after a day's work and a rubbish few nights sleep. Maybe you didn't work as hard as you thought you did, Jeff. Maybe your job isn't as stressful as you thought it was. Maybe you're not a secret agent after all. Tina Beard, yes, exactly. More gratuitous swimming shots. I just can't keep out of the sea or the water in the summer. I get so hot at the end of every run, or at any opportunity, I need to get in the sea. And more often than not, I have a camera with me, so what am I to do? Right, Jeff's been loafing off today. That's why his body battery's still 61. Heather says, how I've missed the banter. You see, it's good to be back, isn't it, Heather? It's good to be back. I'm looking forward to wearing the tam o' shanter. Tina says, Heather, where have you been? She's been selling her house. She's just put an offer in on her house, Tina. They're moving to Sussex. Next to me, same road as me. Heather and Sebastian. Sussex bound. No, they're not. Yes, we have. Paul Hayward's noticed the paddling pool behind us. Supposed to be for the children, but more often than not, it's me that goes in there. I do like to play with my rubber duck. That is not a euphemism. Jeff Partridge only comes here for the abuse. So do I, to be honest, Jeff. You and me both. Swain is on 5 kilometres. Well done, Swain. Lingar has only just joined us, as Ryan Downey has. Ryan Downey's with us. They are both about a mile in. Theo held on. He's on 6.4, but he looks like he's stopped. Maybe a technical glitch for Theo. Doesn't look like Victoria is going to join us. I think she might have to run later. She's probably stuck managing children. Tina Beard says, Stephen, what on earth are you on today? Tina, surely, after 3 or 4 years now, you know me. This is I'm no different. This is what I do. I am not on anything apart from the joy of life and a bit of cocaine. But apart from that, no, I'm not on cocaine. I am not on cocaine. Coca-Cola, perhaps. Actually, Victoria bought some very nice ginger beer yesterday, so I have had a couple of cans of ginger beer, which has been very nice. Tina says, welcome back, Heather. Heather's been doing house DIY, viewings and selling. It's been a very long process, she says. Right, I'm going to get the keyboard and do some dropping of ride-ons. If you haven't dropped any ride-ons yet, make sure you do that before the end of the run to your fellow runners. Always a nice thing to do. So let's just get up there a bit And there's, I can't see whose name that is. Anyway, there's M69 from Italy, Diaz from Spain, Oldak from Germany, and Paul Swain from the UK. Mr. Partridge has already got a ride on from me, as has Ryan Downey and Lingard. McMahon, well done to you. And Dames, well done to you. Theo Heldorn is back running again from the Netherlands. Well done to Theo. Who's this? Pez. And Paul Hayward. Well done, you guys. Yoko Wada is 6.1 kilometres in. Victoria has had to stop and go and deal with the children. Jackie Ramos, well done, Jackie. Good job. Has just passed Victoria. Peters from the Netherlands. We've got three runners from the Netherlands today. Peters, Jackie and Theo. Well done to you guys. Good to have the Netherlands representing today. Spain, Caldera. Well done to you. And Sid from Denmark. Ridley from Canada. Well done to you. And Castro from Portugal has already got a ride on from me. And that is it. That's everyone. We are right round and back to the beginning. Amy Green says she was enjoying cocktails this weekend. Very nice. Hang on a minute. No, I'm not. Right, I'm not going there. I am not going there, Amy, and you are goading me again to be unprofessional. Tina Beard, I've only been watching this excitement for 5 minutes and my battery has dropped from 40 to 38. You see, even when you're not running, I am remotely engaging your physical strength and getting you moving, getting you, I'm trying not to say excited, but you know, getting you working, even while you're sitting on the sofa, because of the excitement of it all. Jeff Partridge says, yeah, it normally drains the life out of me as well, Tina. I can just hear him saying that as well. And now, Tina says, no, Stephen, you're just stressing me out. That's what's happening here. There's no excitement. There's no thrills going on. There's no entertainment that's getting me exercising. It's just stress. Tina, whatever drains the calories, whatever gets the calories moving out of your body, that's what we want. Doesn't matter if it's stress, that's fine. It's fine. I stress my wife out. We've been married for, oh God, I don't even know how long. 13 years. And she's still alive. I mean, you know, that's got to be a bonus. That's got to be a good thing, isn't it? But I stress her out every day. Look, you've only got a quarter of the run left to put up with me now. 3/4 of the way through the community run. Well done, everyone. Well, that's the beacon. That is 3/4 of the way through. You might be nearly finished. Or you may have been a late join like Ryan Downey. It's lovely to have you with us. Do check out the companion app for your next run on Zwift. Anthony Anderson says, I don't notice abuse like this in any other runs. What, abuse from me to you or abuse of you to me? I think it's a two-way street. I like to think I give as much abuse as I get, Anthony. Jeff Partridge says, it's only because we love each other so much, Anthony. Tina says, yeah, these live streams are one of a kind. Always good to start the week's training with a nice, easy run. Let's do the really hard work at Wednesday workout. Funnily enough, on Wednesday. Funnily enough. Anthony, you've been with us a long time now, so you are definitely one of the crew. But we've yet to meet you in person, and I think so. A lot of us, certainly most of the people on this YouTube chat, Heather, Jeff, Tina, Amy, we have all met each other in real life at different events. So whether they've been deliberately Zwift organised events or whether just at random running events, we've kind of met each other before. I haven't met Paul Hayward yet. Paul Hayward, I'm yet to meet in real life. I'm sure that'll happen one day. And the same with you, Anthony. It'd be nice to meet you one day as well. Yeah, Anthony says, even if you're having a tough run, the banter gets you through. Well done. Heather says, well done, runners. Thanks for the banter, gang. It was lovely. Hopefully see you all again soon. Thank you, Heather. Take care. See you soon. Right. Ryan is trying to talk to me in Spanish. I think he's saying, with friends, how are you? Or something. Con amigo. So that's with friends, isn't it? Está bien. And now he's trying to talk to me in German. Está bien. That's how are you, isn't it? I'm all right, Ryan. I'm not too bad. We've just started. Last week, I've started another block of training. So I'm trying to do 100k a week at the moment for the next 4 weeks. Then we've got the North Downs Way 100 miler, me and Victoria. Then we're building up to the UTMB race in Chamonix, so it's going to be all go again now for the next 9 weeks or so. So yeah, cheers Heather, see you soon. Right, Ryan is talking to his Spanish and German Austrian friends. Damas says, thank you very much, that's me done for the day. Dames, D-A-M-E-S. Dames. Lucy. Thanks, Lucy. Take care. So 1 mile to go of the Monday community run for the Yellow Beacon group. Ryan Downey, Theo, Jeff, Lingar, all running just about together. Not far before we catch Victoria again, who's standing still on the route. So yes, the latest video from the Film My Run team is going to be out to the public later on this evening. So 1 video a week will document our training going up to UTMB. for the next 9 weeks. So there'll be 10 videos in all, 10 training videos. And we'll just document how we get on, whether we manage to get through the training without injury, without illness, whether we improve in fitness. We should improve in fitness. Also, whether I can manage my diet properly, which I regularly fail to do. That's one of my big downfalls in training, is eating properly, and to be honest, sleeping well as well. I think if I try really hard, I can do the sleeping thing, and I'm a little bit better with my diet, but I could be a lot better than I am, if I'm honest. And we have about 7 minutes to go. Right, Tina Beard says, no sugar after 6 p.m, you will sleep better, believe me. Darren Van Dit says, yeah, same here with regards to diet, absolute disaster. Yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from, Darren. Just, it's, you know, I've got the mindset to run 100 miles. I've got the mental strength to keep going in a marathon. But to stop eating a cookie, you know, or a chocolate bar, demands so much more mental strength that I just don't seem to be able to get. Oh dear. We'll try again. Jeff Partridge says, none of those sour Haribos. Don't eat any more sour Haribos, says Jeff Partridge. Amy Green says, yes, diet is a struggle. Ryan Downey says, we earned those cookies. Yes, I earned my cookies at the end of April when I did my marathon. The problem is it's now June and I'm still eating them. One kilometre to go. We have done 9 kilometres. Oh, well done, Tina. She says, I've not had any Haribo since the laps the other day, Jeff. See, right, Jeff Partridge. This is the thing. I'm in charge of the microphone. I'm in charge of the microphone. Jeff Partridge did actually say, none of those sweet Haribos. Continuing the debate, nay, heated debate, nay, argument that Tina, Jeff, a few other people and myself and Victoria were having over the sweetness or sourness or both of Haribo Tang Fastic. I don't know if you eat Haribo Tang Fastics. My wife and Tina are convinced they are sour sweets. Sour sweets. Jeff Partridge is convinced they're sweet sweets. Although, in true Jeff Partridge style, and also the style of my wife most of the time, he says, there is no debate because I am always right. I wasn't so much twisting your words, Jeff, as completely changing them. Tina Beard, yes, says, I love sour Tang Fastic. I don't know why I'm even involved in this debate, because I don't even eat them, and I don't even like Haribo. as if to drive it home again, Jeff Parcher says, there is no debate, I am always right. To be honest, Jeff, I didn't even see the voice-to-text fail there. I just read it as there is no debate. But his first time of trying that, he says, is there no debate? Because I'm always right. I'm not even going to engage anymore. We'll just let Tina and Jeff fight it out again as we come to the end of the run. 3 minutes left of the run here round the reservoir in New York for our Monday community 10k. And then it's time for dinner. And then we'll be back on tomorrow with the Film My Run 500. And I might go out with my club tomorrow evening. We'll see. Oh, maybe Victoria's going out. Maybe Victoria's doing that, actually. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll stream tomorrow night. Maybe we won't. But we'll definitely do the Film My Run 500 at 11:35 UK time tomorrow. 12:35 Central European time. And then on Thursday, we'll be doing a fast 10k, where we're going to try and do around about 41 minutes. I'm not in sub 40 10k shape at the moment, so we'll do probably around 41 minutes on Thursday. Thank you for watching, thank you for taking part. Thank you for taking part, everybody. We will be back for more of the same next Monday. When I am leading, it's always good to watch the live stream as well, to keep up with the banter. When I am live streaming is what I meant to say. Sarah says, nice running, everybody. We'll try to join again this week. Amy says, well done, everyone. And we've managed to stay in zone 2, which is good. It's nice and warm here, 26.6 degrees Celsius in shed quarters. So it's not cold, but we've managed to keep the heart rate down in zone 2. Yoko says, thank you very much, Stephen and everyone. Thank you, Yoko. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Hopefully we'll see you at some other event during the week. Film My Run 500 tomorrow, Wednesday workout on Wednesday, bag that badge, and the sub 45 10k on Thursday. And oh, hang on a minute, I haven't finished yet. Oh dear, what an idiot. Why did I think I'd finished? Everyone else has run to the line, and I've just strolled. Oh, it's because I put 10k as a target. And of course, the run is actually 10.1k to 100 meters further. So, yeah. Jeff says, cheers, everyone. See you next time. Yeah, I mistyped. Instead of saying live stream, I put leaving. Tina says, I think leaving was just the right word. Cheers, Ryan. Thank you very much, Ryan Downey. There we are, we have now finally finished. So yes, back tomorrow for the Film My Run 500. We'll see you all then. Take care, have a really lovely rest of your week, but I really do hope we will see you again sometime this week for more shenanigans, more fun, more live streaming, more running. Take care, have a great one, bye bye.